Welcome to Celeb Scene Central. With the recent death of Rhaenys Targaryen, Eve Best, in House of the Dragon, many characters are heading towards a significant change. Chief among them is Corlys Velaryon, Steve Toussaint, Rhaenys' loving and ambitious husband. The character was a standout in Season 1 as he angled for a path to the throne, which was denied to his wife. Given his popularity and fascinating backstory, it's no shock that Corlys' character became the center of one of the many Game of Thrones spin-offs in development. Tentatively titled The Sea Snake, previously called Nine Voyages, the potential series would explore the character before House of the Dragon. Corlys is a significant character in House of the Dragon's story, and the series is constantly revealing more about him, such as his two bastard sons, who are introduced in Season 2. But, with the potential for Corlys to lead his own series, any reference House of the Dragon makes to his past is worth paying close attention to for hints of what may happen in the spin-off. In House of the Dragon Season 2, Episode 5, Regent, offers a major one. In a conversation with her grandfather, Baela, Bethany Antonia hints at a secret motive in Corlys' past that could be the basis of his character's journey in the proposed prequel, and, even more excitingly, suggests that another familiar face could play a key role in the Sea Snake. What is the Sea Snake about? As the Sea Snake is still in the early stages of development, there is only so much known about it. George R. Martin has confirmed the series as one of the animated shows HBO is developing, and the Mentalist creator Bruno Helle is set to write the pilot, meaning there has been some discussion of what the series will be about. However, all that has been confirmed is that it will focus on Corlys' famed 9 voyages to Essos on the ship that gave him his nickname. Fire and Blood divulges a little about the voyages that sent him to the far reaches of the world, but only 3 of his destinations are detailed. Corlys' first voyage took him beyond the Jade Gates at Qarth, allowing him to visit the distant destinations of Et and Lung. During his second journey, Corlys traveled to Ass High, reportedly losing half his crew. For his third trip, Corlys chose to navigate the Thousand Islands in the Shivering Sea, becoming the first Westerosi native to see Ngai and Mossavi. The following 4 voyages are even more mysterious, but each one made the Velaryons wealthier until they became the richest house in the 7 kingdoms. Corlys gained his reputation from these voyages, making them a significant part of the character he is in House of the Dragon. However, these mysteries leave much to be explored in the current series. The Sea Snake has great potential, but House of the Dragon's recent comments just gave it a new angle. How does House of the Dragon reference the Sea Snake? In House of the Dragon's latest episode, Corlys is grieving the loss of his wife when Baela visits him to deliver the news that Rhaenyra, Emma Darcy, has offered him the role of hand to the Queen, finding him at Driftmark rather than his preferred castle, High Tide, which Corlys constructed with his vast wealth. As they mourn the death of Rhaenys, Corlys and Baela share a heartfelt scene recalling the past, but Corlys, in particular, is in a dark place. Calling his once grand castle a tomb leads his granddaughter to describe its glory days, when the halls were full of the treasure Corlys acquired on his famed voyages. While the description is interesting, it is not new information, but her final musing creates a new possibility for the series. Baela says, "I wonder if they know it was all for her," alluding to Corlys' recently deceased wife, Rhaenys. Baela's comments tease the series by mentioning the voyages and wealth that made Corlys the legend that he is in House of the Dragon, but add a new layer to the story by tying it to his relationship with Rhaenys. House of the Dragon depicts the deep love the couple shared, but in Westeros, marriage is usually about more than that. Claiming that Corlys' voyages and riches he gained were all for Rhaenys puts a new spin on the series, promising that the Queen who never was may not be as gone as fans believed. Could Rhaenys return to the screen in The Sea Snake? The Targaryen princess dies a glorious and tragic death in Season 2, Episode 4, The Red Dragon and the Gold, upsetting the characters and audience alike. The franchise is not new to early deaths, but what if this weren't the end for Rhaenys? Still in development and by no means guaranteed to happen, The Sea Snake could feature the character, giving the audience more time with one of their favorites. Baela's comments suggest that the Sea Snake could explore the early years of her grandparents' relationship, and it makes sense. This would not only create a love story for the adventure series, but pique the interest of fans who are missing Corlys and Rhaenys' dynamic. Though there is no timeline for the voyages established in Martin's writing, They happened before Corlys and Rhaenys were married, and, considering they won Corlys' reputation and wealth, made him a fitting match for the princess who was still in line for the Iron Throne before Rhaenys was passed over for her uncle. Rhaenys was in a position to be a highly sought-after wife, but after his voyages, Corlys' leap in status made him the perfect candidate, potentially adding secret importance to the journeys. If Corlys is trying to earn the right to marry the woman he loves, there would be more to the adventure. The events surrounding their marriage were uncommon. Corlys was chosen by Rhaenys, not her father or grandfather, King Jaehaerys, though she did seek the king's blessing after making the decision. But Corlys would not have been the most obvious selection for Rhaenys' husband. Though there are many marriages between the Targaryens and the Valerians, who are the two Valyrian families in Westeros, Targaryens tend to choose their own first, and Rhaenys had two male cousins closer to her own age. This choice, plus the love for each other they display in House of the Dragon, could mean that there was a connection between the couple before Corlys earned his reputation, allowing the prequel to explore their love story as it begins. But fans will have to wait for the sea snake to be sure.